Alright, welcome back to my couch in my hotel room. This is my second posting of my daily diary. This morning I talked about what session I was going to go to, which was Digital Hollywood and a research session. And I've just come back from those sessions and found some really interesting things that I'd love to share with you. I won't get into the specific details of each particular session. Check out the blog for that, mecideas.tumblr.com. But I really wanted to share with you the ideas that really resonated with me in the sessions today. One of the things that just kept coming up was this idea of ownership. So ownership of the intellectual property. Does it belong to the content producers? Does it belong to the fans? Does it belong to the brands? It's obviously a very complex landscape in the management of the overall ownership. And I think there's the literal ownership of the rights, but then there's that aspirational aspect from a consumer point of view. Is, once that piece of content or that idea is out there in the world, it's, does it still belong to the producer, or does it become a piece of cultural narrative that we all can have a dialogue with, we can remix, we can recreate, we can share, we can like, and does it then belong to the individual in their relationship with that idea? Or, in an ideal world for brands and producers who still want to own everything, it belongs to them. And I think that's a really interesting territory to explore, and I don't think that anyone's really got it right just yet. We still have an issue with price in terms of delivery of content to consumers. So at the moment, there's either you steal it, it's for free, or it's ridiculously expensive. So it feels like, and this is one of the areas that they talked about, that there's not that middle ground, and the industry is really it's really needing to get there and to find a solution of how you engage people, give them content for what they want, when they want it, for the right price that's affordable. And the whole monetization of content, it needs to be quite strategic, because if you price people out of the market, then they are going to steal it, which means you're going to miss out on some key opportunities to generate revenue. There's this idea of simplicity and ease that seems to be, I guess, an overarching idea, that while we've come a long way around consumer experience, there's still issues with logins for different aspects, that certain apps, and you could log into them all separately, and it's not always remembered. And if I, or a consumer, wants to watch a video, I want to click watch to video, and I don't want to be prompted with no, you need to log in to activate and to access that content. Another area that was talked about a lot in the research session I went to around tech retailing is the idea of community. Obviously that's not a new idea, but I guess the escalation of its importance in terms of what that means for retail, but also consumer experience. And one of the main things that flows through community is this feeling and this desire for support and education and information that sometimes a brand can't deliver on all of the consumer needs. And we need to create environments where we facilitate peer-to-peer interactions, and and let that be a self-fueled environment, and it will reduce the amount of investment that we need to make both from a content point of view, but also from an investment point of view. And what you're also doing is you're activating your biggest fans, and what better to talk about the benefits of the product than your biggest fans versus you as brand. I mean, education as a central theme, it kind of plays into this service model idea, particularly around tech retailing. So, I mean, one of the things that Amazon doesn't do is offer that ongoing support, the ability to ask questions, to interact with sales staff to the level that's offered by companies like Best Buy. And you know what, Samsung, I can't remember off the hand what number of booths they've installed, but they've started to, for the Galaxy products, have go-to in-mall experiences where it's ongoing customer service, similar to the Genius Bar for Apple. And I think lastly, one of the things they talked about in the tech session was, you know, over time we've gone from having a relationship-based industry where that becomes a competitive advantage to a real like, because of price competitiveness and everyone trying to make the sale, and obviously driven from things like the GFC and you know, mindful consumer matters. We've gone from having that relationship with customers and consumers to having a real transactional relationship with them. And I think, you know, to one of the brands that's been able to maintain that relationship is a brand like Apple, and you know, that's one of the keys to their success. And I think the future of retailing is moving away from that pure transactional relationship to a deeper, more engaging relationship. So that's my thoughts for today. We're off to meet the clients for drinks tonight at our hotel. So I'll touch base with you again tomorrow with hopefully more thoughts, ideas and trends. I didn't get a chance to see the show floor today. It's not fully up and running, so hopefully be back to you with that content tomorrow.